Howdy partner. Yeehaw. I'm wearing this hat again and got myself all hided up because Tim O'Rourke, it's Michelle by the way from Novels on the Run for Talking Books Tuesday. Will I ever get the intro right? Tim O'Rourke, adult book number 1, Cowgirls and Vampires, is now out, and I've got my other cowgirl hat on. Thought I'd get all, because there are bandanas in this book. They are red, but they're on the Fugly squad, the vampires that are, they're called Verrucolacus or something. Apparently Verrucolacus are something in mythology. So anyway, this is a bit of a yeehaw shout out to Tim. I've got postings up, I've got review up, I've got a great character interview up with Sammy and Harry, who I've nicknamed Dirty Harry. Hang on. Okay, back again. My mouth wasn't in time with my voice when I was watching this and I'm doing it. And I thought, hang on, I'm going to stop this so I'm not out of whack. But anyway, we're all good. But yes, Tim's also bringing out all these paperbacks. And I think they're going to come out next week. But don't quote me until I get that a bit more closer to the date. But I've got all the covers and everything on his books. I think he's got 13 books at the moment he's written. In like a year and a bit. And he sold over 120,000 books all by himself. So that's pretty good. Anyway, I'm going to start with Storm. Brigid Kemmerer. I always want to say Bridget, but Brigid Kemmerer. Lovely, lovely, lovely lady. The Elemental. Well, it says Elementals on the UK Aussie cover, but it's Elemental series. So anyway, she has got Storm out. Fearless. I was supposed to read that last night. It's a little novella. It's only small, and I bought that on Amazon. That's the 1.5, and the 0.5 is Elemental with the green cover with Michael on the front. And I've read that and I've done my little review. That was just a small little novella, a little teaser, a little prequel. I think I preferred reading the prequel first. Sometimes I like to read the first book, and when a prequel comes out I like to read it after. But anyway, Storm, I love this YA book. Now I've heard so much, and I'm sure you have too, around about the Merrick brothers. Michael, Gabriel and Nikki are twins, and then there's Chris. And +1 is what I've got on my review, which is new kid, aka Hunter. Now Hunter is rather delicious sounding, I must admit. Fictional age really is quite liking Hunter. And Hunter gets a novella, I think is Fearless is his novella. Have I got that right? Anyway, I highly recommend this series. It is a great YA series. Richard writes beautifully when it comes to the elements. Earth, fire, air and water. Earth is Michael. Fire is Gabriel, hence why he's a little bit of a spitfire, because he's got that in him. Air is Nikki, and water is Chris. Oh gosh, I've read so many books I'm starting to have a bit of a brain meltdown. Anyway, Chris is gorgeous. I love him too. But I keep going between Hunter and Chris at the moment. I'm not quite sure why. But anyway, they both are lovely guys. All the guys are a bit flawed and whatnot. But it's Bridget will really draw you into this book. This is Allen and Unwin. I won this off of the Aussie blog tour. And I was so excited to read this. That will be Becca up the top, and that would be Chris down the bottom on the Australian UK cover. Storm I thought was a brilliant title because Bridget writes that type of scene all through this, because that's what happens. The storms come and the elements and blah 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 blah. And I don't want to talk too much about it because she's got some wonderful twists. Like, as I said, from fairly early on in the book I was going, oh please no, please no, about something. And it kind of was sitting up here the whole time. But I am high-fiving Bridget because she did wonderful, wonderful, wonderful twists, and she's very clever. I liked it. Didn't see something coming like it. Just slapped me one sideways, and I love when an author does that. So on the back you can see the Aussie UK covers for Spark, which is book 2, and Spirit, which is book 3. And I asked Bridget yesterday on Twitter, and she said it will be a series. It's not a trilogy with the novellas in it. It will be a series. So yeah, and I really did like Becca's character. And yes, there are a couple of characters in here that really do need a really good darn slap from me. Very naughty people. Okay. This, I have just been so excited for Alice in Zombieland, because just the title alone, hello. And I've been getting into zombies a bit lately, and as we know, I've just finished Dearly Departed, and I'm going to slide straight into Dearly Beloved, but I've just got, yes, my brain's popping with all the books I want to consume and devour at the moment. I'll read you the back of Alice. She won't rest until she's sent every walking corpse back to its grave forever. Had anyone told Alice Bell that her entire life would change course between one heartbeat and the next, she would have laughed, from blissful to tragic, innocent to ruined. Please, but that's all it took. One heartbeat, a blink, a breath, a second, and everything she knew and loved was gone. Her father was right, the monsters are real. To avenge her family, Ali must learn to fight the undead. To survive, she must learn to trust the baddest of the bad boys. Oh, I love a bad boy. Cole Holland. But Cole has secrets of his own, don't they always? And if Ali isn't careful, those secrets might just prove to be more dangerous than the zombies. Now, this is Gina Showalter, and she is the most awesome writer. Well, this is her YA. And I love down the bottom, off with their heads. Because that's how you kill zombies, as I found out in many zombie books that I've come across. Releasing in October, and it's Harlequin Teen. So very, very excited to read this, but I just had to get a few others in. I started Touch of Frost, Jennifer Estep. That's my phone. And it's a little slow start. I haven't read much, so I'm not going to, This is the Mythos Academy. I've seen sort of all sorts of up and down reviews, but it is my first mention to Jennifer, and she's got a wicked urban fantasy series called, dang, can't think of the name. Come on, Michelle, Webb. Hang on, I have to do this because this is going to bug me. I had it in my head and I thought I didn't have to write it down. Where do we go when we're in trouble? Goodreads. Honestly, Michelle. Here we go. Elemental Assassin. Oh, you know what? Elemental went in my head then, and then I went, no, I've just talked about it. Elemental. Elemental Assassin. Spider's Bite. Web of Lies. Venom. Tangle Threads. What else we got? Spider's Revenge. By a Thread. Now, with the Mythos Academy, book 2 is Kiss of Frost, and book 3 is Dark Frost. And there is a 0.5 First Frost. We need to read First Frost, actually. But there you go. I'm wanting to finish this one quite quickly so I can get on to the other books and review. That is, who's writing this? Oh, this is Kensington Bar over here. Kensington, is that going to be Alan Unwin? Not sure. Because I know K-Teen does Storm, and that's Alan Unwin here. Anyway, from the library is where I got it. Now, yesterday I got contacted, and again, Alan Unwin, Fiona Horn. Now, she's Australian. She's of my age vintage. She might be a touch older. This is called Witch. Now, as you can see, little Danny Minogue. Yes, Kylie Minogue, Danny Minogue. She's put a little blurb along the bottom there. Witch is magic. I was spellbound from the first page. Well, there you go. Fiona, this is Fiona. Okay, she lives in America. She is Australian. Now, Fiona's a very, 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 very intriguing person because in the 90s she had a band I'm going to read it off of here actually. She had a band in Australia called Def FX. So DEF FX as an F and an X. Now, she was originally into some witchcraft before she was doing the band, but now she's gone on to further, and she's now a worldwide authority on modern witchcraft. So there you go. And she was a bit of an actress here, yes, and radio and TV personality and all the other little things that go with that. But she's got a YA book here, Witch, and it's about a girl, an Australian girl called Vania, who moves to Summerlin, California. The last thing she expects to feel is that she's come home. Maybe it's Summerland's unusual history. Vania is drawn to stories about magic and witchcraft, and as she discovers, this pretty coastal town was settled by spiritualists. And Vania is not the only teenager in town interested in magic. There are a few others, including good-looking class President Bryce. Together they form a coven, but when they use their powers to investigate a local mystery, something goes wrong. Vania knows that the coven's power is good, but there is evil out there too. Always is, and it's always good to have evil. Something or someone is determined to hunt them down. What does this force want with the coven? What price will Vania have to pay for the truth? So I'm going to be having an interview with Fiona, so that'll be interesting. I will have to do a little bit of research on the witchcraft and see if I can put together a good interview with Fiona, fellow Australian living in America. Witch. Now this also came. This is just a little bit of promo. I will admit I haven't heard of Kate Morton. I love her hair. Look at that. Very pretty. Now, she is a bit of a phenomenon. Look at that. Okay, The Secret Keeper. There's the books. I'll read it in a sec. Over here. Wah wah. There we go. Now, an Australian and international sensation, Kate Morton's novels have sold over 7 million copies worldwide. She's published in 26 languages across 38 countries. Each of her previous 3 novels have been bestsellers in Australia and around the world, and each have won the Australian Book Industry Award for General Fiction Book of the Year. Our new Kate Morton novel is an eagerly anticipated publishing event. The Secret Keeper is Kate at her very best. Oh, look at that. She's in my little area. Kate Morton grew up in the mountains of southeast Queensland. North, south, east. Is that near me? She has degrees in dramatic art and English. Kate lives with her husband and young sons in Brisbane. Well, there you go. She lives a couple of hours away from me. I'll just quickly read you the little tiny blurb. 1961, on a sweltering summer's day, while her family picnics by the stream on their Suffolk farm, 16-year-old Laurel hides out in her childhood treehouse, dreaming of a boy called Billy, a move to London, and the bright future she can't wait to seize. But before the idyllic afternoon is over, Laurel will have witnessed a shocking crime that changes everything. 2011, so 40 years later. Now, a much-loved actress, Laurel finds herself overwhelmed by the shades of the past. Haunted by memories and the mystery of what she saw that day, she returns to her family home and begins to piece together a secret history. A tale of 3 strangers from vastly different worlds, Dorothy, Vivian and Jimmy, who are brought together by chance in wartime London and whose lives become fiercely and fatally entwined. And the other books are The Shifting Fog, The Forgotten Garden and The Distant Hours. So, have a look at that. And, oh, okay. Oh, look at that. National tour dates. So, I will do that like that. And you can always freeze it and check it out. Brisbane, Thursday 22nd, Friday 23rd of November. Oh, she's going everywhere. Perth, Adelaide, Melbourne, Canberra, Sydney. Oh, Sunshine Coast. Woohoo, that's me. Wednesday 21st of November. Oh, that could be Maroochydore. Noosa, actually, that could be Noosa. Oh, how interesting is that? I might have to devour her book and go and see her. That's it. That's all I'm going to talk about. Blog tour will be on the 9th, a couple of days. Marissa's on the Losing Lila blog tour. I've been following that around on all the other blogs. You can see all the other blogs on our little side bar, and that's all very fun and interesting. And yeah, I know, too old for these. Oh, that was a bit silly. And yes, I think that's all I've got to talk about. I'm trying to make this short. The 10th, I just, roughly said that I was going to put my interview up with Jay Christoph, but because Jay and I have been talking, and I've got some wonderful sew-in giveaways to come, I haven't yet posted them to him. And he was getting a PO box as well, so I had to wait for that. But he has been very kind, and I'm being very kind by getting this for you. And it'll be for international as well, but there'll be some signed giveaways. So, and I'm also going to put some on a couple blog hops I'm doing as well. So that will be something really nice to keep if you win it, because how special will that be, having something signed by Jay? Like, I mean, when you've read The Storm Dancer, you'll understand why. And also, Kirkus, however you say it, the reviews, who are the it people in reviewing, they have given him a star. And the star is very rarely given out. And he himself has joked about wearing it as his sheriff's badge. And it's kind of a bit sheriff badgy looking. But yes, he's been given a really big kudos there. So, yay to Jay. Okay, that's it. And I will hopefully be around next Tuesday. Yeehaw. And g'day and see ya. Bye. Oh, before, when I said 40 years with Kate Morton, I can't add up. 61 to 2011, 50 years. That was just a late edit, just in case someone goes, that's not 40, it's 50. Alright, bye.